So this is just a quick video of some ideas on how you might want to sort your paper into some sort of logical way. So really on the column A here, you've got receipts, like expense receipts and vendor invoices, so the AP side of the accounting platform. You've got bank and credit card statements. You've got accounts receivable and sales receipts for the AR, or the sales side of the client's accounting system. You've got any sort of CRA correspondence, any loans, payroll, to separate the data logically. You might have some other things that you would find interesting. It might be, maybe it might be personal tax, because that might be relevant to doing work for a particular client. But you can come up with your own folders, but they have to make, you're sort of grouping them together. You might even have one called, if you're a manufacturing company, purchase orders, as for example, or sales orders, or work orders. Or you might have, sorry, I gotta pull this down. You might even have, timesheets for staff. Anyways, and then you're going to organize them all into the quantity of paper. So thermal receipts, gas and grocery, really that's going to be corresponding with the receipts and vendor invoices. And you would line this up with the profile in the scanner. So in this particular instance, it would be single page, one side. And you would use that on your Fujitsu IX500, because in the previous video we showed how to set those profiles. And then, so what you're going to do is simply have all these rows of paper in front of you, right? So this would be one row, this would be a second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, etc. You need a slightly bigger surface. And then you simply put the paper according to how many physical pieces of paper there are for each one of these corresponding categories. For any sort of CRA correspondence, I would even suggest using the single PDF. It's supposed to be many pages, my apologies. Many pages, right? Because you might have 20 or 30 pages and you simply need to be scrolling through it for references, for reference. So bank and credit card statements, you might have like one single page, and you might have, in your single page you might have one, in your 2-page pile you might have 3 credit card statements, you might have 4 in the 3-page, and so on and so forth. So as you're scanning these different documents, you're simply picking the profile in the scanner and saying, hey, you know what? I want the 2 physical page profile, and then you can start doing all your bank and credit card statements that are 2 pages, 2 physical pages. And then you would move to all your 3-page bank and credit card statements, then all your 4-page, then your 5-page, and then your single PDF many page, because you're going to be saving them all to the same folder, right? And then you simply work down accounts receivable and sales receipts. Well, if there's any thermal receipts, which I doubt, but I could be wrong, then that's going to be one pile. And then you're going to have your single page, your 2-page, and so on and so forth. And you simply leverage each profile in the Fujitsu IX500 for this particular category, and you're saving it to a very particular folder, right? So that it's organized properly. And that's simply how you organize and sort the paper, and then how you actually proceed with the scanning, right? So you change the profile for each category and simply move up the number of pages, so it's all saving into the same folder. And that's your most efficient way to do the scanning. And you can do them in whatever order you want. But it's a bit of work up front to sort all the paper, but then you become super efficient in the scanning, because you don't have to break apart PDFs after they've been scanned. It's all been scanned according to a convention and logic that's been set up beforehand. All right, thanks a lot.